Right now, a lot of business owners are questioning if WordPress is still the best choice for their website. There's no shortage of new tools out there. Platforms promising drag and drop simplicity, AI builders that claim to do it all for you, and yeah, some people are even saying WordPress is outdated, maybe even obsolete. So it's fair to ask the question, is WordPress still the best option? In this video, we're going to explore that honestly, objectively, and without any hype. And by the end, you'll know if you should stick with WordPress or if there's something better that's come along. These days, there's no shortage of alternatives to WordPress. You've got all-in-one platforms like Wix, Squarespace, and Shopify. You got visual website tools like Web Flow, and now a growing number of AI-powered builders that can set up a site in just seconds. Each one is modern, polished, and designed to get you online quickly, even if you're short on time and don't want to deal with tech. So it's fair to ask, if it's this easy to build a website now, why are people still using WordPress? Well, let's unpack this. First, let's take a look at Wix and Squarespace. If you need just a basic brochure-style website, something that lists your services, shows a few photos, and includes a contact form, Wix or Squarespace might work just fine. They're simple, hosting is included, and you can be up and running in just a few hours. But here's what most people don't realize about Wix and Squarespace. These platforms are proprietary, which means they don't always play well with other tools. You're limited to what the platform offers, and if you want to connect your site to an outside system like a CRM, an advanced lead capture tool, or a third-party calendar, it may not be possible. And if you ever outgrow the platform and want to use something like WordPress, there's no easy way to migrate. You have to rebuild your site from scratch. Next up is Shopify. If you're selling physical products online and you want a system that handles inventory, payments, and shipping all in one place, Shopify is excellent. They've got the e-commerce thing worked out to a science. For stores with dozens or hundreds of items, I wouldn't even mess around with WordPress. I sent them straight to Shopify. That said, Shopify is not built for service-based businesses. For example, customizing service pages, embedding videos, or running a content-focused blog is not where Shopify shines. Now, let's look at Web Flow. Web Flow is a visual website builder that gives designers and developers more control over layout and style. It's flexible, powerful, and great for creating custom designs if you got the skills. But it's not super beginner friendly. It also does not offer the same plugin ecosystem or third-party integrations you'd find with WordPress. So let's say you want to add something like an SEO tool or a lead magnet pop-up or an integration with your email platform. In Webflow, you'll likely need to hunt for a workaround or add custom code. With WordPress, there's usually just a plugin for that. Now let's talk about the new wave of AI-powered website builders like Durable, 10Web, and Hostinger's AI tool. These tools are surprisingly impressive, and honestly, it's kind of amazing that you can type a short business description and get a full website in just a few minutes. It's fast, it's clever, and for a quick concept or a landing page or a placeholder site, it can be a fun place to start. But for a real client-facing website, in my opinion, they're not quite there yet. You'll end up with a generic design, templated layouts, and a filler-style content that doesn't really reflect your voice or expertise. And when your site needs to do something useful like capture qualified leads or improve SEO or connect with your CRM or support long-form content, these tools tend to fall short. They're exciting tech, don't get me wrong, but they're still evolving and not quite ready for prime time yet, especially when it comes to what a real business website needs to do. So, how do these alternatives compare to a self-hosted WordPress site? Well, with WordPress, you're not locked into one company. WordPress is open source, meaning it's supported by a huge global community, not just a single vendor. You have more flexibility and long-term control. With WordPress, you also fully own your website and content. You can back it up, move it to a different host, or hand it off to someone new without having to start over. Also with WordPress, you've got options. There are thousands of plugins and themes, both free and paid, to help you customize your site, add features, and integrate with tools you already use. And also with WordPress, it grows with you. If you need to add a lead magnet, or build a resource library, or launch a newsletter, WordPress can support all of it without boxing you in or forcing you to switch platforms. And just to be clear, we're talking about a self-hosted WordPress site, not WordPress.com. Now, let's step back and look at the current WordPress ecosystem. WordPress is not some obscure niche platform. It's estimated to power over 800 million websites worldwide, more than any other platform by far. And it powers sites from major brands like Walt Disney Company, Sony Music, and Time Magazine. One of the main attractions of WordPress is its ecosystem. WordPress is not just a simple website builder, it's more like a fully developed city with infrastructure already in place. It's got developers, designers, tools, themes, plugins, and hosting providers, all built, battle-tested, and ready to go. Want to add new features to your site? There are thousands of pre-built plugins that can do just about anything you need without hiring a developer to custom code it from the ground up. Want flexibility in how your site is hosted, edited, or maintained? You've got options because WordPress is open source, not proprietary. No one can shut it down, raise your rates unexpectedly, or force you into a corner. Now let's talk about something practical and kind of important when deciding which platform you want to use to build your website. Once your site is live, can you actually make changes to it yourself? For a lot of business owners, this is where things fall apart because they don't want to call their developer every time they need to make a small change, or wait 3 days for a reply, or feel locked out of their own website. For example, can you quickly and easily add a new photo, or swap out a headline, or fix a typo, or update your hours of operation? If your site is built with a modern page builder like Elementor or Thrive Architect, then yes, you can totally make basic edits yourself. Yes, there is a learning curve, but if you can use Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, with a little training, you can learn to update your own site by yourself. And if you ever want help and don't have the time or desire to mess with updating your site yourself, there are tons of freelancers and agencies fluent in WordPress. Lastly, let's talk about trade-offs because no website platform is perfect and WordPress is no exception, and I want to make sure you have all the facts. Because yes, with WordPress, you own your own site outright, and ownership comes with responsibilities, but it also comes with freedom. Let's start with security and updates. WordPress does require some upkeep, and that means occasionally updating the core software, your theme, and any plugins you're using. The good news is most updates are one click. When sites get hacked or they break, it's usually not because WordPress is insecure. It's because someone ignored updates, they used bad plugins, or they went cheap on hosting. But as long as you keep your technology up to date and you use reliable hosting, you'll be just fine. Owning a WordPress site is like owning a home. You get full control, but you're also responsible for upkeep. If something breaks, it's on you to fix it or hire someone who can. Compare that to renting. You don't have to mow the lawn or fix the furnace, but you also cannot knock down a wall or remodel the kitchen. Same deal with website platforms. Hosted platforms like Wix or Squarespace or Shopify, they handle the maintenance, but they also limit your freedom. With WordPress, you own the house. Next up is cost. WordPress itself is free. It's open source software. But of course, running a real website is not free. You'll need a domain name, hosting, maybe a premium theme or a few paid plugins. You might even need to hire a professional to help you design or maintain it. But the beauty of WordPress? You choose your level of investment. You're not locked into a $149 a month plan indefinitely just to access your own site. So with WordPress, if you're somewhat tech savvy and you want to take the DIY approach to keep costs down, you totally can. On the other hand, if you do not have the time or desire for setting up and maintaining a WordPress site, you can simply hire someone to do it for you. Either way, with WordPress, you're in control because you own your site and you're not dependent on some proprietary technology. So is WordPress for everyone? No. If you want a totally hands-off, set it and forget it website where you never have to touch a thing, WordPress might not be the best fit for you. However, if you want something you actually own with room to grow, full design freedom, and access to everything under the hood, WordPress does give you that. And for many business owners, that trade-off is absolutely worth it. If you're leaning towards WordPress but don't have the time or desire to tackle it yourself, we can help. This is what we do. Whether you need a brand new website or want to modernize and elevate your existing site, our office works with service-based businesses that want a site that feels current, earns trust, and helps bring in more and better clients. To get started, just visit markbrinker.com/gethelp. So here's how I see it, and here's the bottom line. If you're a service-based business owner and you want a modern professional website that builds trust and helps attract better clients, WordPress is still the smartest long-term choice. It's not the trendiest, it's not the newest, and that's exactly the point. Because you're not looking for a novelty, you're looking for something that works. Now, does WordPress take a little more effort to set up and manage than an all-in-one platform like Wix or Squarespace? Yes, it does. But with a self-hosted WordPress site, you get to call the shots. You're not at the mercy of someone else's rules or limitations or surprise pricing changes. So is WordPress still the best option? Well, if you care about credibility, ownership, and long-term flexibility, yes, it's still the best option out there. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, WordPress sounds solid, but should I try building it myself or should I just hire someone to do it for me? Well, I have another video that tackles that exact question where I break down the real cost of a DIY website versus working with a professional. You can watch that video right here.